Right, and welcome once again. All takes valid. I go by Trill Trayy as always. I have SP21 or Spence with me,
You know
and
it.
my boy Vick here.
Whew.
So Vick is gonna go ahead and give us the rundown of the show today. Go ahead, Vick.
All right, ladies and gents. So we got a recap of this past week for week 8, followed by the injury and COVID updates. Then we got some trades that went down this past weekend, followed by
Damn.
the power rankings. And we'll end it off with the Thursday night football game, Green Bay Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers. Just remember, everybody, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We very much appreciate it. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and start with the recap. Definitely a lot of upsets this past weekend.
And
Which
and some and some not upsets.
Yeah, and some not some yeah. But go ahead with Spence. What you got to say about this past weekend?
Wow, this past weekend has been a very shocking one for some games. Especially for the Dolphins. For my team, man, we got a win. We got a win, a decisive one too. So
I don't know if that's shocking because guess who picked it out of the pick? Matter of fact, do we got the tally? Does somebody have the tally?
I do.
Who won this week? Actually, let's get into that real quick.
According to the tallies, if I'm not mistaken, the winner should be is Trey.
Oh wow! It's just I just been winning a lot.
I mean, there were some picks that I did make some picks based on logic and how it should be, but
I think those are some of the same games that we probably all got wrong.
Yeah,
the Titans. None of us picked the Titans losing to the Bengals.
Packers
losing to the Vikings. So it's like I think that Dolphins pick really set me apart.
It definitely did.
Yeah, it did because y'all both picked Seahawks. So yeah,
then the other game that somebody clearly got wrong.
Well, here's the thing. Now since we got to that, man.
Well, there was a game that I clearly got right that y'all got wrong. It was the Chargers versus the Broncos. I was the only one that went with it.
Okay, let's be honest about that game. That game should not went that close.
I mean,
it should not have been that close, but it happened. It happened. Hey, cool.
Well, no, the Broncos, they got a good defense, so it doesn't shock. They're gonna be in games with people, and as I've been saying since the first show, they initially were my sleeper
team,
but with the injuries, look out for them boys next
year.
Yeah, I know it's your turn, Spence, but I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we talk about fans and you want to subscribe and everything.
Guys, let's just get to it, guys. Go
ahead. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be in the back.
Nah, you don't even got to go to the back. I'm just saying, we expect the fan participation and everything. Well, one of our special fans that watches every show, he did make a suggestion that we both agreed on, right? Wow. So while that sweater you got, let him see the sweater, boy. Let him see. Yeah, that thing's clean. All takes valid. The merch will be available soon. While that is very, great sweater, props. But we had a bet that, and like I said, once my boys beat you, you agreed to come on the show in a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. So
last time I checked, I don't think they have South Beach colors. Last time I checked, yeah, I'll be here.
It's a lot of black and yellow, black and gold, however you want to put it.
I'll be over here.
But a bet is a bet. So, Mr. Bynum, are you gonna go ahead and oblige the bet? Let's, what's going on here?
We'll see. I tried it on earlier. It felt like I was wearing a dress. I don't know how I feel about this right now. Like, this is very uncomfortable. All right. I'm a man of my word.
Go ahead. I know. Go ahead. Yep. Arms to the right.
Almost there. Almost there.
It won't let me put my arm down.
Come on, put it down. There you go.
Get a still. They get a still shot of that, boys. That is beautiful.
I feel like,
hey,
I might as well go ahead and put on some makeup and put on some heels during this.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the funny thing, like, hey, Vick was probably like this the whole after the game.
Oh no. I seen Mr. Bynum. He was actually very active on social media during the game, and he got off work both, like, I think second half, right?
Second half.
He was proud of some of the stat line, because I guess we were both wrong and right in certain instances.
Right.
He said, that this is a different running scheme. We haven't seen the triple option. And them boys came out there. Congratulations. Shout out to J.K. Dobbins. That boy went over 100.
100. He got 100.
Fourth person in 3 years to do so. So congrats.
I traded for him this past week in my fantasy league. I knew that he was going to get his shine.
I mean, hey, good call. But what I said was going to happen, what I said happened the first meeting last year with Lamar, his worst game of his MVP season, and history seemed to repeat itself. We sat that boy. He had interception problems, fumbleitis. What's going on, Lamar? Like, I mean, the very first drive, the game started out so beautifully. I don't know what he was looking at. I don't know how he didn't see him. And you was talking crap about my boy Spillane, right? Yeah, you was talking. No, yeah, I believe you. Yeah.
No, what did I say?
I don't want to misquote.
I didn't say anything bad about him. I said that, he's.
Oh no, you said we were missing Devin Bush or something to that.
Obviously, that showed up in the run game, but pass game, different story.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying about it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lamar gifted that boy with 6 to the crib real quick to start the game off with. My boy Highsmith got his first interception, rookie. Shout out to him too. I mean, Lamar was just blessing people. Like, we appreciate him. And still undefeated, 7-0, Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Bynum honorary member today. He's rocking the Hines Ward. No, lower
that's classic. That's classic, man. That's classic. That's classic.
You can't be bad with Hines. Y'all wish y'all had a Hines. Maybe y'all would have won.
Honestly, that's a whole different story right there. I don't think it's Hines that would make a difference.
I mean, you're right. If he can't get the ball to him, I guess you're right. Because what did Hollywood say? And I quote, what's the sense of having soldiers if you never use them? Emphasis on never
use them. Now that's crazy though.
What I got behind that is that he wasn't, like, people were trying to say that he was taking shots at Lamar. It was more so, I believe he was taking shots more so at
the offense coordinator,
Greg Roman. Yeah, because I mean, if you look at every other team, like even with y'all, like y'all running jet sweeps and screens to your receivers.
Yeah, utilize somebody with that type of speed. I agree.
And that's something that, a lot of the Raven Nation, we have a problem with Greg Roman. Like, yeah, the run game is like unique. Like, they do some creative things with that. But if you see, like, with the Kansas City Chiefs and all these other offenses where they're setting motions, like most of the time on pass plays, it's pretty obvious to where, the receivers are just set in their formation. And then, Lamar hikes the ball. He might do a play action off of it, but it's nothing like kind of like allowing your receivers like Brown to get in the open field and, maybe have a pick route or something like that just to help, get some shot plays and stuff like that. But I think the game ultimately, Lamar was definitely a big part in it because obviously, he's the one that's running the show, throwing the ball. Run game, he was good. He was solid, but passing wise, I felt like Greg Roman, which again, this is something that's been going on, but he needs to get a little bit more creative with his formations and just like just having the creativity all in all is just it's kind of played out. It's kind of bland. It's not really exciting. The run game again, he's done a great job with that, but the pass game they definitely need to have a little bit more creativity for them to get past the top teams as you stated last time.
But look, hold on. I kind of want to actually retract on that real quick, just because I've been watching these other shows all week, obviously, leading up to today, Monday basically, and today a little bit today though. That was a big topic. They're like Lamar can't win the big game, blah blah, and first of all, I just want to be like, I just want to set the record straight. Like, I don't hate Lamar Jackson. I just simply say that he has on the wrong jersey, which now you have on the right jersey.
No,
but
I still don't.
No, but Lamar can throw the ball. He clearly proved that last year. And if we're going to be real, what do you consider a big game? You got to put an emphasis on that. I guess I kind of got caught up in that too, just to try to make my point. But to me, okay. What about the Monday night game against the Rams last year? Was that not a big game?
Or the Seahawks?
The Seahawks, exactly. They beat New England last year. Was that not a big game? So now, if you want to say playoff games, that's a whole different conversation. I can kind of see where they're going there, but don't say he can't beat the good teams, because half of these teams that what's the stat? 24-1 or something like that.
He's 23-1.
23-1, yeah, something like that. So okay, if you want to say he can't beat the Chiefs,
22-1 against all of the teams except for the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I think that's pretty good company.
Now it's 22-2, because obviously losing to the Steelers this past week.
Well, we'll see y'all on Thanksgiving. Y'all get to come to our house.
Oh, y'all Thanksgiving game?
Yep.
Prime time, baby. Gotta be prime time.
Oh, we're gonna be back again.
No, but look, I mean, that game gave me anxiety. I'm not finna act like we just ran away with the game, because realistically, y'all boys like time of possession, yardage, like y'all controlled the game except the turnover differential.
That was a big difference maker, because I think, was it 14 points that y'all got off of
17 points off of turnovers.
So it's like, you can't win games doing that, and we lost by 4 points? Was it?
Yep.
That's
Appreciate you.
Because even then, like with saying that one possession where Lamar fumbled when
Bud hit the ball.
Yeah, Bud, he had came and hit him with the forced sack. The forced fumble.
Mm-hmm. That's at least 3.
Yeah, getting 3 points right there, that would have changed the whole dynamic of the game towards that part of it, to where all the Ravens had to do at that point was just kick a field goal. But obviously, y'all made y'all plays, and like you referred to early on, saying that Lamar threw 2 picks. I mean, those were I didn't understand why he threw it where he threw it. Like it was clear. Like I don't know what he was saying, why he did it.
Yeah, he looked a little like Baker there. I don't know. I was like, Lamar, what you looking at? But I'll take it. I definitely take it.
Yeah, the first one was unexcusable. The second one, I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to like lob it over, but he didn't have the touch or anything like that to get it over.
I don't think he's seen Highsmith. I thought he was still going. He kind of dropped back and caught him off guard a little, but yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, that's game 1. So we'll see y'all Thanksgiving night. I'll be eating good that night. I know it.
as it seems right now, though, as far as like pace wise in the AFC,
we need some help.
And looking at scheduling, I mean, I said 13-3-ish, but maybe 15-1. I don't know. I don't. Who's gonna beat us? Not getting cocky because I don't want to. Trap games happen as we seen last night. In the Steelers, we do have a history of playing down to opponents.
Yeah,
like we have against Oakland now, Las Vegas. We have Ben has he's lost to Oakland more times than he's beat Oakland in his career. For some reason, every time we went to Oakland, like we play down to them no matter what. So it's like that can happen, but if that doesn't happen, I don't know. We might just be the 1 seed once it's all said and done this season.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be those. I know you probably have some familiarity with this, but you know how they always talk about Ben Roethlisberger at home versus him away.
Yeah,
kind of reared his head a little bit in that the first half for the most part. But again, Lamar didn't really help out either by those turnovers. But
at the same time, though, I mean, you guys are a top defense, like we're a top defense. So I mean, and you guys did do what you said. Them boys in the secondary, y'all played physical.
Yeah,
y'all limited to some of the stuff that we tend to usually do to other people. Because you see how we came out against Tennessee. The offense came out clicking.
Yep.
Kind of different against y'all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I look forward to the rematch. Those games are always exciting. We still have the lead.
Yep.
And yeah. I mean, that's it as far as me for the recap of our game. But what happened? Tennessee, what's going on? I know Burrow's gonna be good, and I know Burrow's good now, but y'all ain't supposed to lose that game.
Well, according to my friend, who is also my roommate, who is a very avid Steelers fan, he's basically said like it's the defense, man. You have two players that just couldn't get to him off of a line that's all like rookies and undrafted, and you couldn't get to Burrows. That's a problem.
And it's crazy. I mean, they also, they just traded away Carlos Dunlap too. So
yeah, we were talking about that. We're like, hey, I mean, that Burrow guy, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be a problem in this AFC North.
They probably soon. They probably gave some young fella some PT, and they probably seen something we don't know. So I didn't watch the game, so I can't say who replaced him, but they obviously must did a good job because they shut down Henry for the most part. And
I think we gave people the blueprint for that. Hopefully y'all follow it. Well, actually, I hope y'all don't follow it.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is like we were just talking about is just Lamar limiting his turnovers. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the offense did pretty good. 457 yards total.
Another quick thing to touch back on our game real quick. I don't want to make this a whole segment just about, even though, how could you not?
Of course.
I told you, but that's besides the point. Stanley getting hurt, that was big for y'all. That was a big difference maker.
Yeah.
Judon getting himself evicted.
I was happy about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't like Judon?
I'm not really a big fan of him. He's solid, but he's not the franchise player that, well, in terms of the franchise tag that he was given, I don't think he was worth it. But I understand that, based on what was in the market, the Ravens were pretty much forced to have to, put that tag on.
Go. Yeah.
And then I was hoping they would probably like sign and trade, but that didn't happen. But Yannick, unique. He showed some promise from the limited opportunities that he had. So
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't really notice him that much during the game because I don't think y'all really did. Y'all sack Ben? Like I think he stayed pretty clean for the most part. I mean, I watched the whole game. I can't remember.
We got close, but for the most part, like we talked about on the other segment, and just like what's been widely reported is
Ben's been getting the ball out quick. So, I know Calais Campbell did have a couple batted passes and Ben in his older age, because he's always had a problem for like when you make him hold the ball too long, bad stuff happens. So he's worked on that. And I think if the line can continue to help him, protect him, and he's getting the ball out that quick.
Oh,
I mean, Ben probably can play another couple years, honestly, which is crazy because y'all was trying to write my boy off like he was just done and washed up.
oh, shout out to the Ravens defense though. Held the Steelers run defense to, I believe it was 45 or 55 yards rushing. So that was.
You know how I feel about Connor though, so I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
He ain't nothing to write home about. So I mean, but he was on a streak of like 4 games with 100 yards. So that is props to y'all. I'll give props, but personally, I don't really.
They need to give Anthony McFarland a little bit more opportunities, but
I swear he got in for like one
play.
Yeah, one play, and
one rush.
It looked like it was gonna be promising, but he kind of,
he was
red grass. He slipped up real quick, so it's like
he looked like he was too excited. He was trying to do too much.
Yeah, just trying to make too many moves before even getting started.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean,
no, hold on. No. We are gonna speak about this Bucks Giants game last night.
Oh yeah, we're gonna speak about this. We're not gonna skip over this. No. We're gonna talk about this.
Mr. Number One defense. Because
you almost lost to Daniel Jones.
I mean, they came in with a great game plan. I give kudos to them, but yeah, we did what we did. We did what we had to do to get the dub. It's like sometimes you don't play your best against certain opponents, and bad teams, they come to show up from time to time, and that's just what happened. But hey, Tom Brady, came back. What was it? By I think it was 10 points in the fourth, and So I mean,
well, I don't know because I feel like this is another game where, like, you can say that if Lamar doesn't have his turnovers, that y'all beat us. If Daniel Jones just has vision on, I think his last interception that he threw.
Yeah, he should have.
He had a receiver wide open.
He should have just
down the seam,
caught the ball. But you talking about the other one?
Okay, the second to last interception. My bad. He had. I don't know who the receiver. It could have been Tate. Running the streak up the middle of down the sideline, wide open. He doesn't even see it because he's so worried about the pressure. He tries to force something and gets picked.
It's the pros and cons. I mean,
pros and cons. But if he just sees it, y'all are burnt. So it's like it worked. It worked out. But it's like I don't know.
That was a risk.
Because most of the game, from what I've seen, is they were how they were attacking us. They were setting a lot of motions, which again, going back to the Ravens game.
Yeah, that's crazy that they can do it with who?
Yeah,
I mean Slayton. I guess he got some speed to him.
And Evan Ingram. I mean, they those two are they're nice players. They just sometimes they have drop issues. But
tell me about I got Ingram in fantasy.
Yeah, so it's just like the fact that they were able to do a lot of motions and whatnot to create separation. And like you see most of the game, Daniel Jones was throwing the ball quick, just like what, Pittsburgh was doing. So it's just like, with that play that you're referring to, he probably didn't see him because he was expecting to throw it to a hot read to whoever it was. And, timing and all that can sometimes, especially if you out there seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold, it's just, it can be tough.
We're not going to keep slandering Sam. I think Sam, if he gets out of that Adam Gase offense, I think he can do something in the league. So.
I think he really can.
I agree.
Gase. But we're not
games.
So I just want to let everybody know, if you have a Cowboys fan as a friend, check on them, man. Check on them.
Hey,
they
got us coming to town this week, so it's not finna get any better for them.
Upset alert.
You want to make another wager?
Wow. I'm gonna say, let's chill out now. Let's chill out. But But no, they had a stat like in the past 3 games, they only scored 22 points, and Dak Prescott does that in a quarter.
Yeah, the last game Dak was playing before he got hurt. He had 24 points.
24, yeah.
In 3 games or something like that.
Yeah,
they've
Cowboys.
only scored 22 points, which that's. I mean,
I
know you got quarterback issues. That's
pay that man.
But you still got one of the best running backs in the league. So I'm just not understanding.
He is something here, man, because last game he only ran for 65 for 14 attempts?
And he not running on us, so
the offensive line is depleted as well. So
no.
I'm not trying to like defend the Cowboys because I think we're all pretty
I don't have an issue with the Cowboys per se. I have an issue with their fan base.
That's who I got issue with.
Their owner.
Oh yeah, and Jerry Jones, yeah.
The delusion of we're still going to playoffs, like
the delusion that they are still America's team in 2020.
And going to win the Super Bowl every single year.
Like,
but you know what's crazy though? They typically line up or have one of the most talented rosters. If we're just talking talent wise and potential,
they do
every year
on paper.
So yeah, if they were to say you could potentially say if we're just looking on paper at every roster
on paper,
this position, I mean, I guess they could rightfully say that, but you still got to play and do something. Like,
And then I mean, I've been saying this, but as long as Jerry Jones is operating that team, I just don't feel like they're gonna really get too far. Just because he's basically the authority. Like everything has to go through him, and he doesn't allow the head coach to really have that stability and that confidence to do what he says. Because if he says something, if a player doesn't like what the coach has to say or what the player is not getting enough PT, I feel like the players can easily go to Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones is gonna get on the coach.
Override.
So it's just like that's always going to be a constant battle with that organization. To where when they had Jimmy Johnson, I mean, he was running the show, and he just kind of like with the documentary for the Chicago Bulls, how the owner, the GM or the owner, there's a GM.
Yeah.
He tried to make the team, put his stamp on the team, and not let it be more so about Phil Jackson, and that's where he messed up. And ever since then, Chicago, what have y'all done? Maybe a run here or there, but that's it. So,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I used to, now, mind you, I don't think Jason Garrett was a good head coach by any means, but I used to say that he was the reason. I used to be like, they have so much talent. Is Jason Garrett, once they get a real coach, they'll look like something.
Yeah.
But now you insert Mike McCarthy, who had some success as a head coach with Green Bay. They were a playoff team pretty much every year with him in Green Bay. So he does know what he's doing, but I think it goes back to what you're saying. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. You can have the best head coach ever come in, but if Jerry Jones doesn't allow them to actually take over the reins and make decisions,
like
you said, they're going to be in the same boat. So it doesn't.
Honestly, I think they can probably make a push to maybe get, I don't know, Bill Belichick or Sean Payton or somebody like that. But I don't think either one of those coaches would want to play for that organization with Jerry Jones at the helm, just because of what we just talked about. But it's a little bit off topic. Don't you think? So we're going to go ahead to the next topic. We will be talking about the latest injury news and COVID updates. Spence.
Well, I know Humphreys is doing the COVID sit out on that one. Also, AJ Dillon I think that he's just doing the protocols. I don't think he has it. I think they're just going through precautions for him. Kittle's out with a broken bone in his foot, and Garoppolo is injured with an ankle injury that I guess they said he has been handling since week 4.
Yeah.
And then of course Ronnie with your boys again with the season season-ending ankle injury. That's all I got so far for injuries, but if I'm the 49ers, I'm screaming in the shower while crying.
Yeah, obviously it came out earlier today. Andy Dalton's not going to play on Sunday versus Pittsburgh, as he's in the, I guess he contracted COVID, or he's going through the protocol for COVID.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be playing. You touched on George Kittle. I had that. Yeah, AJ Dillon's not going to play Thursday night in the COVID protocol as well.
Yeah.
And then I think the biggest one this week was that Marlon Humphreys stated that he contracted it, which there was kind of concern because he played on pretty much every snap on defense for Baltimore on Sunday. But as of yesterday, all of the Steelers tests have came back negative. So, you know, you guys trying to sabotage us, I feel like, but not successful.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was reported that they had a party, but I don't know what day it was. I believe it might have been Saturday night. And I know the linebacking crew for the Baltimore Ravens, including Patrick Queen, are also in the protocol, as well as Marlon Humphrey. So
come on, Rooks.
Yeah, there's
well, no, and Humphrey, you not that old in the league, but come on, you know better, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, that was surprising, but there's still a possibility that they can play. It's just they have to.
Well, Humphreys is out, right? For sure.
I'm pretty sure Humphreys is out.
Yeah, because he actually has COVID. So
but
he has to go through that quarantine.
Yeah, the rest are in the 5-day protocol where they have to have 2 negative tests consecutive in order to play, to be able to be eligible to play. I know that there was a Twitter beef from a podcast I listened to by it's a Raven podcast, which is by Raven.
I wouldn't have heard it.
But yeah, he said that him, Marlon Humphrey, and a credible source that is like a news reporter, they were going back and forth about what actually happened, why Marlon got, tested positive for COVID, and he was just like going back and forth with the devices that the NFL has and stuff. I don't know the whole details of it, but if y'all want to check that out, y'all go on Twitter. I don't personally have a Twitter, but I just heard about it. So I also heard that Joey Bosa had exited the Broncos and the Chargers game this past weekend with a concussion. So he's in the concussion protocol right now. What's his name? Desmond King for the Los Angeles Chargers has been traded to the Tennessee Titans. And other than that, Christian McCaffrey, it was reported that he should be able to practice this week and possibly play against the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday.
So which that will definitely help your boy out in fantasy football, because I drafted him 1 overall. So happy to have CMC back if that is the case. Well, you kind of segued into it because that was going to be our next topic, which was trades. So you kind of gave that one away with Mr. King, but
I jumped the gun on that.
All good. So King traded to the Titans, which good move for them. Definitely need some help in their secondary. Can't hurt, and he's all pro, and kicker returner, punt returner as well.
Mm-hmm.
So some more versatility for that defense. Mike Vrabel will love them. I think that's going to be a big get for them. And I don't think they really gave up much to really get him, which is kind of surprising. So
I didn't hear the details on that trade.
Me either.
I'm sure it's probably like a late round pick, but I know that it's been reported as well that Mike Vrabel, he has been inquiring for a nickel back slash, strong safety, somebody that can play in the box, kind of like with the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Hilton, I believe his name is.
Yes, who that? Oh, not the segue, but this kind of ties back into injury. So I will throw that out there. Mike Hilton wasn't able to play just before the game. We lost him, so he didn't play. So that kind of changed up some of the stuff we did or we try to do in the run game.
Yeah.
As well as we lost our D tackle Tyson Alalu during the game. So, I mean, we had to put in our second year player in Bugs at D tackle. Kind of took him a couple series to get adjusted, but he ended up catching on. So, I mean, that it's not to make an excuse as to why you guys, ended up going over 100, but we didn't have like our normal guys out there.
200.
Well, I'm saying 100 yard rusher specifically in Dobbins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Anyways, also Hayward, there was kind of some controversy with that because he got hurt during the game, specifically the last drive. But it was just a minor, like a hamstring thing. So more or less, he'll be good to go Sunday. It wasn't anything serious or anything like that. I know I did see some. I was watching one of. Yeah, I was watching some of like the Steelers Raven highlights, and some Ravens fans in the comments, they're all like, "Oh, they did that on purpose to slow us down. We were going to score." Like, I thought who face an injury, bro? Shut up.
I thought they should have just at least put some time on the clock, but
But I mean,
there are players that do it.
Yeah, no, I know it's been done before, but
yeah,
that ain't in our character. We're not built like that.
Yeah, so but yeah, going back to the Desmond King, since they let Logan Ryan, who plays for the New York Giants, they let him go. His presence has been missed, and that was the big reason as to why the Titans acquired for him to also shore up their pass defense, as well as having somebody as a nickel blitzer. Also to Tarkavius McKinley for the Falcons. He put on Twitter that the Falcons aren't trading him, and they have declined a handful of offers. So obviously he was not happy about that. But other than that, I don't.
Well, speaking of Jets, hey Trey, did you get somebody from the Jets?
Oh, of course we did, and this was for the value that we got him. This was so yeah. Avery Williamson was traded from the New York Jets. He goes from 0-8 to 7-0, just like that. See how magic happens like that? But yeah, we definitely needed some depth at inside linebacker. Now, granted, Spillane has played great the last 2.5 weeks since when Bush went down with injury for the season. He came in and played the second half of that game, as well as against Baltimore and Tennessee. And I think for the most part, he's been solid. But when we got Avery Williamson for a 5th round pick, and we got a 7th back on top of that. So you can't beat that. Veteran player, been around, solid. He's an every down linebacker, so you don't got to worry about like if he can play coverage or play the run. Like from what he's done with the Jets, like he typically he's their linebacker who's on the field for pretty much every down. So now how much of a learning curve is it going to be? I don't know that. I don't think when you go from team to team, coverages or anything's changed. It's just more so like the language is probably going to be a little different. He's going to have to pick up on that. But once he gets that down, I think that it's going to be a great acquisition. And just assuming, I say, get him gelling. He should really be on pace by Thanksgiving. I think he'll really be in the groove by then. So let's see if we give up 100 yards 2 times in the season. to
Well,
Mr. Dobbins.
well, other than that, other than those two, also Kwan Alexander, he's a Saint now.
Yeah, we play the Bucks play them next Sunday night football.
Big get for the Saints because they need some defensive help.
They
Not
do.
mad at it. It seemed like most of the like playoff contention teams made moves because you can really say, even though they didn't trade for him, Tampa just activated AB as of today. Now,
Right.
while granted, I did see Bruce Arians said that while his role, he said he can have from 10 snaps to maybe 30 snaps. So he's like, they're kind of play it how it goes, but
Right, they're gonna play this one by ear.
But I mean, seeing how they looked last night, at certain points the offense kind of sputtered. I feel like AB brings in it changes the offense automatically because you have to respect him.
Yeah, they definitely
gotta respect. They definitely miss Godwin.
Yeah,
but I'm saying just add in AB because you see a couple plays like Scotty Miller, he can stretch the field a little bit, but it's different when you can double Mike Evans. You're not really necessarily scared of these other receivers. You're just not. You'll take your chance playing them one-on-one. But when you put AB in there, whether you put him in the slot or wherever you decide to line them up, it's like, okay, now you gotta make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you still want to double Mike Evans and you take your chances with AB one-on-one, or you want to double AB and
they make Mike
Evans, and then when Godwin gets back in, it's so many different things the Bucs will be able to do with that. It's crazy. You still got Gronk out there. Like, considering he comes in and is a good citizen, I think
high Stanson.
Yeah, I think I did hear that he's going to be roommating with Brady, or he's been roommating with Brady since he's been in Tampa. So, and the big key thing about AB, which was always a problem, even when he was happy in Pittsburgh, is him and social media. And if you notice, this whole year, pretty much, he's been quiet. You haven't seen him posting anything. So, if that's a good sign to show that he's changing or trying to change, but I think we kind of talked about this off air, Vick, that he pretty much knows this is it. This is your last chance.
Oh yeah, this is it.
You mess this up.
There's no more. Just him and Josh Gordon, them two. This is it. You mess this up, you can't get back.
And Josh Gordon may be able to come back because we all know his issue was the
weed.
Get off that stuff.
He can't stop achieving.
That's as far as their the new NFL player the rules. So that's not something they test for anymore. So he can be as high as he wants to be. If it makes him play well on Sunday, whatever.
Look, listen. If he can still catch and give me 100 yards, listen, blaze it.
What's crazy though? What's crazy about Josh Gordon? What's crazy about Josh Gordon though, man, is I remember one season. This was early in his career though. Like he led the league in receiving, and he only played like 11 or 12 games. So it's just like the potential that man had. Like if he was just like locked in and really wanted to. I think going to Cleveland early on probably didn't help. Like if he would have went to an organization that would have really embraced him, and like, look, we're winning games. Like, leave that alone. But whatever. Yeah. As far as other trades, Alexander, Desmond King. I mean, the only other trade, the Dolphins traded away Isaiah Ford to the Patriots.
Yeah, for what do we get?
I don't really know, but I mean, Isaiah Ford was only a 7th round pick. So, I mean, he has 33 career catches. So, it's not anything to write home about. But he does have some decent size and decent, speed.
Right.
And Cam does do well with speedy receivers. He made, if you go back and look at the stats, Ted Ginn's best year receiving came with Cam Newton. So I guess they need something to kind of stretch the field. And just think about this. The last time the Patriots traded for the Dolphins for a receiver, who was a nobody. A no name was Wes Welker, and look how that worked out for him. So, not saying it's gonna happen, but it did happen before. So,
right.
We might not see no value in him, but Belichick sees something. So maybe he can make it work.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Tua Tagovailoa, if I pronounce his last name right.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. He's the first left-handed quarterback to win a game since former Bucs quarterback Chris Sims. Fun fact.
That guy. Couldn't get the ball over the line of scrimmage.
I
remember those days.
Chris Sims. Chris Sims had like an argument. Like there's some people that literally argument. Like, man, he's good, and like, no, he sucks. Like
he was good at one point, and then
his IQ was good.
Once he had
his body didn't follow it.
Yeah, once his spleen had got ruptured against the Carolina Panthers, his career went downhill. I don't know how that has, what kind of effect that has on a athlete's body, but ever since that, I noticed that he just never was the same after that. I know he went to the Broncos afterwards, but he was never like a full-time starter. But yeah, but again, shout out to Tua for his first win as the first left-hander since Chris Sims.
I will say though, shout out to my boy Vernon. He made this point that he kind of wants the Dolphins to go ahead and loosen up the handcuffs a little bit, let them ride a little bit more. Because this was a couple games this weekend that were like this, because if you look at the box score, the Rams outplayed the Dolphins in pretty much every category. But guess what? They turned the ball over.
Yeah.
And shout out to the Dolphins defense as well.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, they are officially the number one defense in points allowed, which is crazy to say. Yeah. And I believe I've seen a stat where they are all under the average age of 30.
30, yeah.
So, it looks like the future is bright, especially with them Texans picks.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting at number 4 overall right now in the first and second round. So, if Brian Flores has another good draft, it's looking like the Dolphins might be set up for success here soon. And how the AFC East is looking as right now, we'll get to this in a second when we talk about power rankings. Because to me, the Bills, they're not a convincing 6-2. Like, they're 6-2. You are what you are in the league, but a lot of those games could have definitely went the other way. But good teams do find a way to win, as we said about the Bucs last night. You got to be able to win those games with some adversity, which the Ravens weren't able to do. So, So we will go ahead and segue now over to the power rankings. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead and knock it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
all I know is the past 2 episodes.
Wait,
he's come in here. No, hold on. He's come in here and he's put the Ravens over us in the power rankings. So that's all I know is there's no way. But go ahead.
Give the NFL. Let's get the NFL one out first. Then, Vic, go ahead.
Okay.
So the NFL one is basically number 1 is the Chiefs, number 2 is the Steelers, number 3 is the Bucks, number 4 is Seahawks, number 5 is Ravens, 6 Saints, 7 Packers, 8 Bills, 9 Colts, and 10 the Cardinals. So, Vic, go ahead.
All right. So, as it continues, I got the Kansas City Chiefs, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 2.
Okay.
Did you not see them last night?
Wait, hang on. Hang on. It's his list. Hang on.
Then third, 3. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the same spot I had them last week.
Oh.
Saints, I got them 4.
Okay.
Because they just keep winning.
It wasn't in the top 5. It wasn't in the top 5.
Wait.
Ravens, number 5.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, he couldn't let him fall too far, huh?
I missed it. There it is.
I got Titans. at 6. Seahawks, I got at 7.
Okay.
Bills, I got at 8.
Okay.
Packers, I got at 9.
Okay.
And I agree. Cardinals at 10.
Okay. Trey, what do you have?
I'm crowning us.
Number 1?
We're number 1 right now.
Gotcha. All right. I understand.
Now, granted, like I said last week, though, the Chiefs still are the apparent, they are the defending champions.
Yes.
But as far as like opponent-wise, like what Vick kept trying to say about us all season, we haven't played nobody. Besides Baltimore, who has the Chiefs really played? Exactly.
Raiders.
And they lost, right?
I mean, yeah.
So, yeah, 7-0, baby. I'm putting us at 1, but not too far behind. The Chiefs are definitely 2. Let's not get it mistaken, because them boys, it's the Chiefs. But
you're right.
At least for right now, yeah, by strength of opponent and everything, I got to put us ahead of them right now. Chiefs are 2. Seattle, I still got at 3.
Okay.
The Bucks, I got them at 4. Even though last night, I don't know, you lose that game last night. But like I said, you good teams find a way to win, and they did that.
Right.
I don't know if they're like a great team yet, but they're a good team. They're still finding their way to become a great team. So I showed some Tampa some love there. Got them at 4.
Yeah. All right.
5, I have the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
6, I got Baltimore.
All right.
I got 7 with New Orleans. Like you said, they just keep winning. Like we keep trying to downplay them and say they're winning by the skin of their teeth, but at the end of the day, them boys keep winning. We'll talk about it on Saturday, obviously, but as far as like who we like, but I don't know if they beat Tampa, then it's like, gotta switch around this list a bit more. But I got them at 7 right now. I got the Cardinals at 8.
Okay.
And I wrote down I had the Bills at 9 and Titans at 10, but I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna put the Titans at 9, the Bills at 10. I'm kind of being harsh with the Titans right now just because of that loss. It was just so unexpected to me. So they probably would have been 7 initially before that loss. I probably would have had them at about 7, but I got them at 9 right now. And Buffalo, I still got them in the top 10 above the Colts just for now. But like I said, 6-2, but they're not an impressive 6-2 by far. And I feel like they're going to drop a couple games coming up here. Might be even this week. I forgot who they played this week. I looked at it earlier. It's a grand possibility they might even just lose this week. They they had trouble with the Jets. They lose to New England, and probably if Cam doesn't fumble.
Right.
The first go around with Miami kept it close. So it's like, but again, good teams find a way to win. But I don't know if the Bills are that good. And they play Seattle.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, book it. Yeah, Seattle beats them. I'll say it now. Spoiler alert.
Of course.
Yeah, Russ 3, always. And Jamal Adams is back. Yes. Sign me up.
And Dunlap I think Dunlap activates at the end too, right?
Yeah, he'll be eligible to play this week too. So you get Dunlap and Adams, yeah.
And Wagner. Oh yeah, sign me up.
All right, but go ahead, Spence. What's your top 10?
Well, number 1, I will have to agree with Trey. They're 7-0. So number 1 is the Steelers, but not far off. It's the Chiefs. Number 3, Seahawks. Number 4, I I guess you can fire the cannons, but y'all almost took an L, man. Y'all almost lost to the Giants. Y'all almost gave the Giants the second win, and a very good win too. So if they won, that would have been a good win. So
what did Vin Diesel say in that movie, Fast and the Furious? Winning is winning. Doesn't matter if you win by inch or mile.
All right, but that inch and mile, if y'all don't get it, we have seen what happens when it gets to an inch and a mile with this team. So y'all better start blowing these teams out. Number 5. Oh wait, go ahead.
I mean, the Broncos, they almost beat the Steelers. They lost by 5, but
they hold on. First of all,
here we go.
Good teams find a way to win. Is all I'm trying to say.
No, hold on. Yeah,
Here we go.
No, they do. Like, no, they do. Again, I keep talking about Denver's not a team that you're just gonna blow out. Nobody's blowing Denver out.
Same thing with the Giants. They've lost every game by within 10 points. So,
but the thing is, though, you can look at the box score and say that they almost beat us. At no point was I worried. If you actually watched that Denver versus Pittsburgh game, I was not in fear at any point in that game of them winning that game.
Well, I wasn't.
The scoreboard might say something different, but no. But continue, Spence.
Yeah, go ahead.
They try to throw shade when you beat them. I see.
I'm just saying what happened. Number 5, I have the Indianapolis Colts right now. 5-2. They're improving, even though those 2 losses early in the year was still a bad taste and probably their mouth. I still got the Colts. Number 6, I have to go Buffalo. Even though they're 6-2, like you said, it's not really is it really 6-2?
Oh, it won't be soon. Looking at the rest of their schedule,
it won't be.
They got Pittsburgh coming up. Have y'all played them, or do y'all play them? Does Baltimore play them?
Who?
Do y'all play Bills?
No.
Y'all don't play Buffalo? Oh, I know we play Buffalo for sure.
Last I checked,
I know we play Buffalo.
And then Miami gets them again. So
yeah.
And I think
know we play Buffalo again.
New England play them. This was New England's first time playing them. So
yes, New England's first.
We'll see if the Bills if the Bills make the playoffs, they'll shut me up. But I don't know.
Well, number 7, I have to go with. Oh, y'all don't? Okay. Number 7, I have to go with the Ravens. After that one, they knocked them down a little bit, but they still have time to, get time, especially with other teams losing. It's gonna be fine. Number 8.
Hey, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with being third best in the AFC.
Oh boy. Number 8 is the Packers. After the Vikings loss, I really don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on. Dalvin Cook. Never mind.
Dalvin Cook's a bad man, bro.
That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
Well, he had
number 9.
14 days. Yeah. Cook 8.
Yeah, Cook. Whoever had him on their fantasy was ecstatic. Number 9. I don't care what any of y'all say. Number 9. I'm still giving the Saints. They almost lost to the Bears in overtime. Still on skin of the teeth. They're winning games, but it's still on the skin of the teeth. I'm telling you.
And who do you have at 10?
Number 10, I'm probably gonna have Cardinals. And it's just there because they had a bye. So if depends how they play against us, we'll see if it moves up and down.
Yeah, that game I'm a little. I mean, we're obviously we'll talk about this Saturday with predictions and everything, but I don't know, that game's a little. I don't know.
You're right.
I could see Miami still in another one, but
yeah, I do go both ways.
I do like that boy.
I do like Kyle.
So it's like
I do like Kyle.
I'll see how I'm feeling Saturday when we're doing like actual predictions, but I might be feeling like I might be going Miami again. I might go for the second upset in the AFC West. I might take them boys again.
I'm with you.
And I mean,
I'm with you. I might be with you.
So I've had a good weekend, y'all. Before we go into the next topic, I just want to say, oh look, check this out. So I want to pick them. I want to pick 'ems on the show here. First 2-time winner, not back to back because we tied last week, but he won.
Oh,
we really tied. But I first person to win twice. I won a pool that I entered. Well, I guess I tied in it because the Bucks couldn't complete a 4th and 16. They couldn't make a stop. I would have had the whole pot in my pool, but I still end up splitting. 7-1 in fantasy football. Obviously, Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens, and I got that fool wearing that Pittsburgh jersey with pride. I love to see it. Love to see that. We also had a little friendly wager, which Vick paid up, so we like to see that. He paid up. He put on a jersey. I'll bet this man anytime. He's a man of his word, so I appreciate it. We taking some more of his money in a couple weeks on November 29th. Kansas City versus Tampa.
I get my money back. Yeah, let's go Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I think as me and Vic had spoke about off the air though, I've been up on them in our bets as of late, so I'm feeling pretty confident when I bet Vic lately. So it's like
TB to AB, let's go.
Hey, I need that for fantasy. I got them both, so I'm not gonna be. They can score, they just got to lose. It can work both ways. It can work out both ways. You can get a lot of yards and lose. Yeah,
everybody's happy.
Yeah, I get paid. Yeah. I win in fairness. It's all good. It's all good. All right. But we're gonna go ahead on to the next and final topic. Is gonna be our predictions for the Thursday night football game. The Green Bay Packers versus the 49ers. So Mr. Bynum over there in that black and yellow, let us see you one more time. We can't really see you.
Gotta get it uncomfortable, you know. I fulfilled my deal. I think, I don't think I need to.
You wore it most of the show. Okay, I'll give you a pass. We got to find something else creative to do for Thanksgiving. I know we'll put some money on the line. We do that anyways, but we got to find something else. We'll figure something out before then.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah, who Thursday? Who you rocking with?
But real quick, just as far as the for the fans, if y'all have any suggestions, ideas for our next bet, please comment down below in the video. Just let us know, and we will put that into consideration for our next wager. But going back to the Packers and the 49ers game, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Packers. It's kind of sad that I have to kind of think about that really to say, but I think the injuries that the 49ers have had to deal with. First, losing Nick Bosa. Now,
Kittle
and Garoppolo and whatever other the depleted running back, the backfield, because I think Tevin Coleman left the game again, which he just came back from injury with a knee injury. I don't know the severity of it, if it's going to be something that's going to take him out for a little bit, but I will go with the Green Bay Packers. I believe that they will have Aaron Jones back, but it's a possibility. I just don't know for sure. But I know also losing A.J. Dillon for this Thursday night football game, which he obviously won't be. He won't have enough time to get clear from the COVID protocol or whatever exactly is going on with him. So I'm going with the Green Bay Packers on this one. You got A-Rod, so don't let me down.
Right. I what's crazy though, when I'm thinking about it, I think on just about every pick'em, it's the Thursday night game. If I get any wrong, that's the game that is always usually wrong. I thought the Panthers were gonna win last Thursday. They lost. I remember early in the season, I believe I picked Cincy over Cleveland, which they lost that. That was kind of like which they almost
Yeah.
came back and won that game, but it's just like, it seems like the Thursday night games you never really know what you're going to get with them Thursday night games because, you got to think it's a short week most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get like a real game plan, I guess.
Yeah, the Bucks lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
I picked the Bucks on that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Thursday nights and me. So maybe I should go San Francisco just to
Go
pull
ahead.
it off.
Go with it.
But I'm not though. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
Obviously, you gonna go San Fran? Oh.
Nah, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Definitely going with Aaron Rodgers. However, though, I do think obviously at full strength, we've seen what happened to the Packers twice last year against the 49ers. So if these were the 49ers at full strength, it's no question.
Yeah.
But it's admirable that they have tried to salvage the season, and they still are in pace for their division, but it's just not likely that they're going to win it, but they're still fighting. So I give them that credit. They still win the NFC East. So what more can you want? I mean, they're trying. They're trying to make it work.
Yep.
But Spence, who you got?
The NFC Conference Championship rematch. This is what we got for Thursday night. Last time these two faced up, the fourth. Yeah. Last time these two met, the 49ers with Mostert with his 220 rushing yards.
Yeah, that
really killed.
Yeah, that
really killed the Packers. Yeah.
But that was the second time they beat up on them. So it was like the first time I was like, maybe it was just like an outlier, like,
filling out.
Yeah. They came and did the same thing. They did the same exact thing. The whole game, they ain't make no adjustments to it. We just gonna run the ball.
No. And if you stop it, good luck. If you do, cool.
Yep.
But for this one, with how the year is going, of everybody in the NFL has the Madden curse. The way I look at it, man, I really think the Packers should come out with this win. Nick Mullins is starting. I really don't know who's starting the running back for them. For the 49ers?
Yeah, at this point.
At this point, we don't really know. But I really think the Packers should get the win here. Now,
I felt that way about the Vikings, though.
Here's my thing. Here's my AWS about me and the Packers. I'm 0-3 with the Packers lately because I picked them against the Vikings. They lost to the Vikings. I picked against them against the Bucks. They got obliterated by the Bucks. So
oh yeah, you're right. The Packers have been letting me down when I think about it. Hey, shout out my boy Chris.
Yeah,
we got to talk because your boys. Every time I pick them, they make me look bad. I don't know.
They make me look horrible right now. So I think they should get a win with this. Now, like you,
they lose this one. I don't know. I might have to just abandon that shit.
Like if they lose this one, they might be out of the power rankings, to be honest with you, or they might be at the 10th spot.
Yeah, I mean, they won't be out of the power rankings, but yeah.
And that's not coming from me. That's coming from the NFL because the NFL already got them at 7.
Yeah, that's true.
They lose another one, they might be at 10. So I'm picking the Packers on this one. If they fail me one more time, I'm done with the Packers.
Yeah, I think that's unanimous across the board. So let's hope.
Now here's the thing.
Hold on, where is it? Where's it at? That's a big part of this too. Is it in Green Bay or is it in San Fran?
I think it's San Fran, right?
Pretty sure it's Green Bay, but let me just double check real quick. It is in San Francisco.
Yeah, San Fran.
Some teams, like I know personally, for like Pittsburgh, we don't do good going and playing those West Coast teams. For some reason, I don't know what it is. We don't play good against those West Coast teams.
It's because of the timing.
I don't know if Green Bay's going to have that issue, but you got to think traveling out west, short week, could have something to do with everything, time zone, but I'm still taking Aaron Rodgers. Typically, with most matchups, depending how I look at it for the most part, when I'm judging, I look at it based on I'm looking at 2 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers should be able to beat Nick Mullins. Granted, they don't play against each other. Obviously, they play against each other's defense, but we've been watching the NFL for years. You know how that goes. They are always going to say Brady versus Manning or Lamar versus Mahomes. Lamar lost to Ben. You know, that's just how they're going to put it. So
also another point to the 49ers. They just let go of Juwan Alexander. So
Quan,
Quan. I keep going Juwan. Quan.
Yeah.
He's gone. So I think that the Packers should win this one. But if they lose another one, gentlemen, I'm never picking the Packers again. I promise you. If that's 3 in a row, they have failed me on games. The Bucs game, okay. Maybe y'all should have got blown out. But if y'all would have lost that game by a close margin, I understood. But come on, man.
I think they went in there and slept on the Bucs, which
I think they did.
On them too, and they got hit in the mouth.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, they must have been sleeping on the Bengals too.
Hey! I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bengals.
Anything else?
I was back and forth with the Dolphins with the power rankings that I had. I wanted to put them in, but I'm not quite sure just yet. So kind of
listen.
They win this week.
Listen, I'm an avid.
The boys in they at least 10.
Listen, I'm an avid Dolphin fan. It's a little bit. It's like you said. If next week it goes the same as last week, yeah, you can put us in 10. You can put us in 10.
Who do they play this week?
The Cards.
Oh yeah, and the Cards are 10. So
yes, sir. And quarter by NFL standing, they're number 10. So if we win this, we'll be 5-3, and the Cards will be 5-3. I think you can put us in a case. And the Bills, all they can't do, they just don't have to lose. If they don't lose, they'll be number 1. Because if the second they lose and we get a win, we're taking over.
Well, if you look at the 2 schedules remaining, if the defense keeps playing how it's playing,
right,
and Tua is gonna have to do more than what he did Sunday. Let's be honest. Like,
of course.
First start though, whatever he won, that's all that matters. But you're gonna have to expand on that. You're gonna have to do more. But if I'm looking at the Dolphins' remaining schedule, looking at the Bills' remaining schedule, I feel like the Dolphins have a chance here to jump them and actually take the East.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they don't, they with the expanded playoffs.
Because what? Let me see who would be in the playoffs today right now. Give me a second.
Well, before that, how do y'all feel about the COVID rule about that?
Oh yeah, they did. I did see that earlier. So if for whatever reason the NFL did put out a statement, like they have a protocol in order in case. So far we're about to be in the week 9. We haven't had to really cancel any games due to COVID. We had a couple that they had to move around and stuff like that, but we've been fortunate we haven't had like no
straight up cancel.
Like, cancellations.
Yeah.
But as we're getting later into the season, pretty much most teams have already had their bye weeks. So they're running out of less wiggle room in case something does happen. So they're putting into a place it's not like a bubble or anything, but basically it would be 8 teams from the AFC, 8 teams from the NFC, and that would be how the playoffs would end up going. So let's say, for instance, if that were to happen today, The top 10 teams from the AFC as of right now would get in. The top 8 teams from the NFC right now would get in, and they would run a tournament style like that.
Which, with that being said, that would make it the Dolphins would be at
Number
the
8.
Yep.
because right now they have Pittsburgh Steelers number 1, the Chiefs number 2, Buffalo number 3, Titans number 4, Baltimore 5, Colts 6, the Browns 7, and tied for 8th. It has the Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders,
Yep.
but
Forgot about the Raiders.
Dolphins are ahead from the standings that I've seen. So
yeah. So I mean, we hope we don't have to see that. I'm glad they put something in place in case, because you gotta think ahead. You don't know what can happen. I want to see the season play out normally, but I did say from the beginning I would be surprised if we made it to 10 weeks. And so far, so good. Like I said, you've had some players contracted, but it hasn't. They've done a pretty good job of containing it for what it is, because like I said, you're traveling different cities. Obviously, the Ravens they want to party before they play us like we some jokes, and you see what happens when you want to play around. Should have been in bed focusing. But anyway,
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I ain't gonna keep bashing that. You know, we already bashed them boys. We already did that. We're gonna do it again on Thanksgiving. But anyways. No. See what, like I said, with the NBA though, you know, they had a bubble in place, so it was like control. Like them, they couldn't really go anywhere. They couldn't do anything. Like them boys was on lock. Y'all ain't leaving Disney for no reason whatsoever. With the NFL, you traveling this city, that city. Once you come do your job, which is play football, once you leave, bro, you can go to the party. You can go do this or do that. And I mean, you taking whatever risk you taking. Hey, that's you.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But like I said, I hope we get through a full 17 weeks.
I believe we will.
And I mean, at this point, we've been good so far.
Yeah,
because I want my boys to have that number 1 seat anyway. So I don't need no asterisks when we win. You know, I don't need none of that. Like, oh, they only won because it was a shortened. Nah, I need the whole 17. But y'all got anything else?
Nah, I'm good, man. Go Fins, man. Go Fins.
Shout out to Fins, man.
Go Fins, man.
Shout out to the Bucks this weekend. You got to go ahead and handle y'all business this Sunday night.
Shout out your Steelers, man. Shout out your Steelers.
It's a big game, Sunday Night Football, and this time we in Tampa. I'm finna be there, so the ship gonna be rocking. And
oh Lord,
yeah, we gonna fire them cannons, man. It's gonna Bucks. Wow.
No, it goes here we go Steelers. Here we like that's how you say it.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Bucks will win by 10 points. Just letting y'all know right now. You heard it here. You heard it here. 10 points.
Bucks Saints. That'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see. I'm flustered now because, like you said, skin of teeth.
Skin of teeth.
They just went to overtime with.
I'm telling you,
Bears.
I promise you.
But the Bucks,
if it's Saints and Bucks, I promise you,
the Giants.
I'm telling you, it's going to be decided by. Mark my words. It's going to be decided by a kick, and OT. I promise you. The way how Saints has been playing, everything will be decided by a kick. I promise you. There has not been no touchdown decisive. Look at their last 4 games. Every decision was based on a kick. No touchdown, no nothing.
Yeah, the Panthers was a field goal game. You might be right about that.
It is a kick. It's a kick. That's a lot of pressure on the kicker.
Hold on, is Slant Boy coming back or is he not? Like he was supposed to come
Slant
back
Boy
last week.
There.
No, he didn't play. He did not play.
I mean,
last minute
he didn't play. Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't. I mean, we got Carlton Davis, and you remember what he did to him last time.
Hey, that's my boy. Like I said, I was like, that's one buck I do actually like. He got him a pick on last night. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's something about him. My dog be slugged up. He got that energy when he get them interceptions. It's like I rock with him. I don't rock with the Bucks, but I rock with Carlton Davis. Mm-hmm. And you know, AB, that's the God called God. So outside of that though, you know, once again, and as always, you don't have to agree. You can be like Vick and disagree and have to come put on the Steelers jersey. But at the end of the day, let them know, Vick. Show them. All takes are valid. All right, boys.
All right.